the best. Remember, we have proof that all he's got is his word. Keep your eyes open. I'm not sure what to expect when we enter the system.
What's that? Oh, so fucking weird.
They're waiting for you in the cistern. No tricks.
Better have a damn good reason to be here with that murderer.
Please, lower your weapons so we can speak. I have proof that you've all been misled.
No tricks, Carlia, or I'll cut you down where you stand. Now what's this so-called proof you speak of?
I have Dallas's journal. I think you'll find its contents disturbing.
Let me see. No, it can't be. This can't be true. I've known Mercer too long.
It's true, Brynjolf. Every word. Mercer's been stealing from the guild for years, right under your noses.
There's only one way to find out what the lass says is true. Delvin, I'll need you to open the vault.
Wait just a blessed moment, Bryn. What's in that book? What did it say?
It says Mercer's been stealing from a vault for years. Gallus was looking into it before he was murdered.
How could Mercer open up a vault that needs 2 keys? It's impossible. Can you think his way in?
The door has the best puzzle locks money can buy. There's no way it can be picked open.
You didn't need to pick it.
What's she all about?
Use your key on the vault, Delvin. We'll open it up and find out the truth.
I've used my key, but the vault's still locked up tighter than a drum. Now use yours.
These people seem nervous. Which makes me nervous.
It's gone. Everything's gone. Get in here, all of you.
The gold. It's yours. It's all gone.
Son of a bitch. I'll kill him.
Vex, put it away, right now. We can't afford to lose our heads. We need to calm down and focus.
Do what he says, Vex. This ain't helping right now.
We do it your way. For now.
Delvin, Vex, watch the flagon. If you see Mercer, come tell me right away. Look, before I help you track Mercer down, I need to know what you learned from Carlia. I mean, everything. I feared that was the case. From that last entry in Gallus's diary, it looks like he was getting close to exposing Mercer to the guild. Anything else? What? Nightingales? But I always assumed they were just a tale. A way to keep the young footpads in line. Was there anything else she told you? Trying to make Mercer look bad in front of Maven, eh? Clever lass. Was there anything else? Then I have an important task for you. I need you to break into Mercer's home and search for anything that could tell us where he's gone. Aye. A gift from the Black Friars after they kicked the previous family out. A place called Riftweald Manor. He never stays there, just pays for the upkeep on it. Hired some lout by the name of Bold to guard the place. Be careful, lad. This is the last place in Skyrim I'd ever want to send you. Just find a way in, get the information and leave. And you have permission to kill anyone that stands in your way. Better question would be, what did he leave? Mercer took everything. Even all of our plans are gone. Before Mercer took over, Gallus started collecting every bit of material he could on locations the Guild could heist. Museums, keeps, estates, you name it. By the time Mercer took over the Guild, we must have had a few dozen. I don't have a clue. That door is impenetrable. Without 2 keys, it's impossible to open. I have a key, Delvin has a key, and Mercer has a key. That's it. There are no other copies. Good question. I've only set foot inside a few times myself, and that was in Mercer's company. If you can get past his trained watchdog, I think your best bet might be the ramp to the 2nd floor balcony in his backyard. No, it's some sort of crazy contraption Mercer commissioned for quick escapes. I'd wager a well-placed shot with the ramp's mechanism would lower it in a hurry. Huh, that'd be bald. A real piece of work, that one. Mercer's holding something over his head, keeping him loyal. Talk to Vex. She used to know him very well, if you catch my meaning. Be careful at Mercer's place. I don't want to lose anyone else in that madman.
If I find Mercer...
If I see Frey, I'll pluck his eyes from his skull with that pig. Oh, I have info on him. More than you care to know.
Fit in. Thanks. I'll get you the rest of your coin by tomorrow.
Vald, good side? I think you have the wrong person. The only thing Vald understands is gold. A man after my own heart.
I'll give you the rest like I said. I want that.
Sure, but he'll ask for a whole lot. I mean, you are asking him to betray Mercer Frey. Your best bet would be to erase his debt with Maven Blackbriar. If you talk to her, she might be able to give you the details. Of course, you could just run him through and take what you need off his corpse. I could care less.
Yeah, threw it in the lake, like you said.
While you're in there, help yourself to anything in Frey's way.
Stabbed in a bank. Like a dog run all over the gate.
How can the humble servant of Talos help you?
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason. Vald? Why would you want to help that idiot? He owes me a steep debt. In fact, he's lucky all I did was force him to work for Mercer. A few years back, I commissioned a unique quill from a good friend of mine in Winterhold. Vald was tasked with getting it here safely, and it ended up at the bottom of Lake Honrick. The wizards called it the Quill of Gemination, and demanded a tremendous amount of gold to have it made. If you can locate the quill and return it to me, something Vald was too stupid to do himself, I'll consider the debt satisfied. had Vald meet the caravan from Winterhold on the western end of the lake, so he could avoid the roads. Idiot got lost in the mist and ran his boat right over some rocks, sending it straight to the bottom. He's too stupid to remember where he was, and any attempt I've made to find it in the past has been unsuccessful. Vald said his rowboat struck some rocks. I'd check under the water near one of the small islands in the lake. Perhaps you should start at the docks and work your way out towards Golden Glow Estate. The quill was supposed to allow me to duplicate any writing I'm viewing in exacting detail. I'm sure you could understand how useful that would prove in a business situation, especially where signatures were involved. Fortunately, the quill required an ink with a unique formula known only to myself. So if you're getting any ideas about selling it to someone else or keeping it, you'll find it would hold little value. I believe we're done.
Yeah. Well, easy.
Beautiful marbles and gleaming gems.
Nice harbor and you didn't tell about it.
I presume you're... Really? I wrote that off a long time ago. Well, I suppose I need to fulfill my end of the bargain. Give this document to Vald. It frees him from the debt, but I never want to see him in Riften again.
Talking dumbass.
Mercer Frey's place, and he don't like visitors.
Of mine? What is it?
I can't believe it. How'd you talk her into this? Never mind, I don't care. I'm just glad I don't got to work for Maven. Here, you did me a favor. I guess I owe you.
I'm no fan of the sun. It'd be better than this.
No, it's dull.
Yes, my friend. Whistle if you need me, okay?
Do you need some? If you say so.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Just want to check the basement, then I'll go through that.
Can't talk long. Gotta keep my eyes open for bird. Well. I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets like must have come from Mercer's place. Well. I was looking for this little beauty. If you happen across any other unusual trinkets like this, be sure to bring them to me. I promise it'll be worth the effort. It's worth quite a bit, actually. Quite a catch. There you go. This should make you... Well...
We've scoured the town and I've spoken to every contact we have left. No sign of Mercer. Any luck on your end? Shore's beard. He's going after the eyes of the Falmer? That was Gallus's pet project. If he gets his hands on them, you can be certain he'll be gone for good and set up for life. Agreed. He's taken everything the guild has left, and to go after one of the last greatest heists is just an insult. I've spoken to Carlia and made amends for how the guild's treated her. Now she wishes to speak with both of us. Quickly, we have no time to lose. Until next we meet, lad.
I promise you, all your questions will be answered. You just have to trust me.
No, but I know that you're going to turn up missing. You got this.
Brynjolf, time has come to decide Mercer's fate. Until a new guildmaster is chosen, the decision falls to you.
Aye, lass. And I've come to a decision. Mercer Frey tried to kill him. He betrayed the guild, murdered Gallus, and made us question our future.
Finally have something going on.
He needs to die.
Very careful, Brynjolf. Mercer is a nightingale, an agent of Nocturnal.
It's all true. Everything I heard in the stories. The Nightingales, their allegiance to Nocturnal, and the Twilight Sepulchre.
That's why we need to prepare ourselves and meet Mercer on equal footing. Just outside Riften, beyond the southeast gate is a small path cut up the mountainside. At the end of that path is a clearing, and an old standing stone. I'd ask you both to meet me there. I'm preparing to leave for the standing stone. What is it?
something on... Riften Market is not as well equipped as the surrounding shops, but I do like the hustle and the bustle. Let's go.
What the f- she did insane damage. She's just a normal ass fucking conjurer.
Speak to me. I sometimes have a bad memory. Too much school back in the day. Keep me nice.
Where'd you come from?
This is what we were born to do. It's interesting. Yeah.
I'm glad you're here. This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey. If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way. Gallus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum. Indirectly, the Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the Guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret. The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre. She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron of every thief in Tamriel. Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no priests and no sermons, no services and no arms. She influences our life, and in return, demands payment. The closer to understanding it, you realize the only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high, whether you know it or not. Nocturnal dictates how well we perform these roles. Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed how our luck behaves? Like a novice picking an impossible lock, or a blind man suddenly turning to face you as you reach for his pocket. It's through these subtle means that Nocturnal influences us. Nocturnal's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she accept payment when we die? When we suffer, does she revel in our misery? return certainly seems worth the risk. From the moment you were struck with my poisoned arrow at Snowvale Center, the path changed its course. Perhaps I couldn't bring Mercer back alive, but together we were able to clear my name and put Alice's memory to rest. I'd always intended Mercer's fate to ultimately be decided by the Guild, and it seems they have spoken. It's my hope that you will, yes. This way, please.
So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a seat of purpose. They helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong with me? I can almost hear you growl thoroughly.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest, and I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion. It's business. This is Nightingale. We were the first of non-initiates to set foot inside. Now for a century.
I get the impression that we are not. This place at its best.
This gate is the first step in becoming a Nightingale.
Whoa there, lass. I appreciate the armor, but becoming a Nightingale, that was never discussed.
Already over defeating Mercy. We must have Nocturnal at our backs. If she's to accept you as one of her own, an arrangement must be struck.
What sort of arrangement? I need to know the terms.
Sounds quite simple. Nocturnal will allow you to become a Nightingale and use your abilities for whatever you wish. And
I'm okay with the dark.
both in
I've
life
spent more
and
than
in
my
death,
share of time.
you must serve as a guardian of the Twilight Sepulchre.
Aye, there's always a catch. But at this point, I suppose there isn't much to lose. If it means the end of Mercer Frey, you can keep me yet.
Pretty short-sighted.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal? Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the circle.
It smells stuffy.
of Murk, an Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlyle. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Knew something to me.
I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy, and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprised me, Carlyle. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for both.
Revenge? How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturna, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next, until the conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same. And in the future, I suggest you refrain from disappointing again.
Now that you've transacted the oath, it's time to reveal the final piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime. Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without 2 keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre, the Skeleton Key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal, and in essence, caused our luck to run dry. Well, yes, but the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, potential becomes limitless. Good. Then you understand why this is about more than just Mercer's lust for power. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade. Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the Guild. Listen, lad. There's one last piece of business we need to settle. Carlyle and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the Guild to its full strength. As a result, we both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves' Guild. I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead. Never desired it, never cared for it. Don't want it. Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on it. Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead. I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the Dwarven ruins at Erkenthan. Carlyle and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lad. This will be a fight to remember. If you would have asked me that yesterday, I'd have said no. But now I think our chances have improved. Look, call me crazy if you like, but I trust Carlyle. I don't think she'd lead us down a suicidal path. Besides, I'd rather die with some of Mercer's blood on my blade, and spend the rest of my life regretting that I ran the other way. Aye, and some of what Carlisle said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers. This goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Belden kept calling it a curse. We all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us. Until next we meet, lad.
Yes. Now that you're a nightingale, you may consider this your home. You'll find that this place offers many things that will help you in your endeavors, as well as a wealth of information for you to learn. Once the skeleton key has been restored to the Twilight Sepulchre, I'll make this place my home as well. With the skeleton key missing from the Twilight Sepulchre, I'm afraid Mercer's seen to it that none of us can... You merely transacted the oath. In order for us to receive our abilities, our end of the bargain. If Nocturnal was truly displeased with me, with any of us, she wouldn't have answered my call. I have no doubt that we still hold her favor, and I believe it gives us enough of an edge to defeat Mercer Frey.